There in the bottom lane.
Go over how you control Kindred marks, because I've heard a lot of people, talking about it as a possibility, but not understanding exactly how it works. The first mark is guaranteed to spawn on the Scuttle Crabs, as everybody knows. That's the easy part, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the two. Now, if you get unlucky and you don't get the first mark on your side of the crab that you've committed to, like River just did,
right.
It is 40 seconds for the respawn. Well, we're going to have some action here, so we'll pause on the Kindred talk.
All right, a little bit of educational content interrupted by a brawl as River has to try to flash away, but it's actually first blood for River. Nagari will fall down in the top lane, and it is a trade 1-for-1, but good heads-up play coming out from PSG Talon, making sure they get on the board first. But now Canyon, he is not quite done, looking for a little bit more damage onto Hanabi here. Won't quite be on the Graves, doing what Graves does, clearing those camps out so efficiently and so quickly as Showmaker goes in for a trade here. But Tank gets the better of him on the Syndra. And we saw in Champion Select that Syndra has quite a few plays already here in Worlds, but only a 39% win rate after 5 days of groups play. So all those sort of weaknesses and nerfs that you were talking about in the draft, we'll see if Tank and PSG Talon can circumvent those, as lots of good trading coming down. Solo kill for Tank.
Flowers, you can see it on your screen as it's happening. He didn't want the cannon to get into turret range. He wanted to proc his passive on it to execute. He does get it, but he goes down and trade for it now. River in the 1v1.
Not quite a full 1v1 as Hanabi's able to back him up there with the ulti, and when the mid laner rotates over as well, they make the plays happen. PSG Talon with 3 kills early on.
Do you believe lane pressure that you should be trying to create proactively rather than just cycling? And Canyon is one of the very best in the world at doing that. This is the difference between some of the Graves that just...
That's still a ways away, but Canyon does move into the enemy jungle. Here's what you were talking about, saying, hey, steal the enemy camps. You don't have to farm your own as long as theirs are up. And now River will move into this bottom side river down here. He'll take the Scuttle Crab while Canyon takes his top side camps. But it's a 3-man dive coming through onto Hanabi, and they should be able to grab the kill onto him here. The burst goes through, the damage comes down, and Hanabi goes home in a body bag. Nagari barely walks away from that turret aggro, but barely is good enough. Now on the opposite side of the map, River's getting into a fight in the jungle, chases Barrel away, but will not find a kill.
So DAMWON with another proactive play here. Avoid the possible counterplay here from PSG. Very good by them not to give anything back. And this is how you make the trades one-sided. Back down to the bottom lane to start hard pushing. Next goal is to get that second outer tower down. Dragon going to be started up as well. Talon do have Hanabi's teleport.
They're using that teleport now. Remember, Nagari already made his way down here just walking, so he doesn't have to use the TP to get involved. Drake down to 2K. Enchanted Crystal Arrow flies through. Not going to find anything, neither will the Bard ulti. But River is able to grab the kill onto the Drake, but now the health bars are popping, and PSG is dropping. Showmaker grabbing the kill onto Tank as the 4th shot flies through and finds a second. It's Tank and Kaiwing.
That Dragon Smite fight, if they get the outer tower on bottom side. After these extra kills that they pull through, Dragon Fight, not only is bottom lane going down at the same time, but they're even threatening the dive.
Canyon on the side could set up some serious damage here. Remember, he doesn't have the ulti ready to go. Barrel's nearly killed off. Unified.
They don't feel bad about losing that Smite fight. They get all 3 outer towers, and that game plan has unfolded, Flowers.
Yeah, and it's not like they're in a bad spot where their opponents are of that out-of-position AD carry, but when all of the resources are available, Ghost can still get himself out of that trouble. However, he's now vulnerable when PSG decide they can make a move on him again in the next 5 minutes. Hanabi face checking the brush. Canyon and Nagari are right there. The gangplank so incredibly low. Lamb's rest, but keeping him alive. Horn comes through. Hanabi walking away. A little bit of follow-up damage there from Barrel, but they won't be able to find him, and now the turnaround's coming through from PSG Talon. Barrel's on the run. Kaiwing here on the front line, going to be stunned up against the wall. Damage continuing to follow up. Deadly Flourish locks him down. Unified walking around. Unified dodges away from the shots, but Nagari takes him down with the eruption.
Barrel with that stun. Oh my goodness. Every time a top that guy's down and no possibility of a savior. This should be DAMWON really pushing their advantage. Coming out ahead in that little skirmish there with the keep up multi-lane pressure. Showmaker there on the Echo, approaching level 16 is so difficult to answer. When you have that Lich Bane, the possibility of 100-0ing somebody on that all-in becomes a reality.
Oh, Barrel, no, that was not a magical journey. That was a journey straight to hell. Luckily, he has the flash. He gets over the wall. He saves himself. Now the counterattack's coming through. Ornhorn sounds off. CC's going to follow it up there. The Jin ultimate providing the slows. Kaiwing trying to walk away. Uses the thick skin, but it's not thick enough. Showmaker picks up the kill.
Showmaker gonna make up for that one. He's like, don't worry, Barrel. I know misdirection. Nobody's gonna remember that play. As soon as we get the kill off of it, a boom! Magical journey pulled off there. Doesn't matter at all. The Baron now being forced down. PSG, can they make the miracle steal?
PSG knows they can't just allow DAMWON to get away from this. That ulti wasn't quite on the mark, but Tank's able to find the kill onto Barrel, and that means Ornhorn through there. Hanabi's not going to end up dropped anytime soon here as Tank tries to deal with Showmaker in the 1v1. Fires off the ulti, doesn't even force the ulti away from the Echo, however. Barrel lands his own ult, and now it's trouble here for Unified. He gets gobbled up by the Tom Kench, but never mind, baby, that's a 2-for-1 deal. Buy one, get one free.
They're not heading over to Baron. They're choosing their fights here, and PSG have conceded to DAMWON.
All right, as things are starting to look very dire here for PSG Talon, I do want to give everybody an update on the state of PSG and their miracle run. So it turns out, thanks to our stats magicians behind the scenes, hold on, let's see if Hanabi, speaking of magicians, let's see if he can make himself disappear, or if DAMWON Gaming's going to do it the hard way. Looks like it's the hard way, my friends, as Hanabi goes down in the 1v4 here. But back to what I was saying, PSG, 3% chance to get out of groups. And, oh no, it's a 3% chance to get a tiebreaker. And then you have to win the tiebreaker. So let's even say the tiebreaker's 50.
Level 16 on Echo with the Lich Bane. He'll cut right through that tower. Meanwhile, mid lane not going to stand much longer either.
No, sir. Mid lane tier 3 turret just collapses. Bottom lane tier 2 turret says, don't worry, buddy, I'm coming with you. Showmaker makes short work of that one. And now with a 7-2 turret lead, 10-4 kill lead, tied up Drakes and an 8,000 gold edge, DAMWON Gaming are looking to put this one to sleep. Let's see if they can make this one last fight count here. If they get a good fight, it is all said and done. Mid lane inhibitor is already gone. Cannon minions cleared out of bottom lane. 1 minute left on the Baron, so there's still going to be a couple more waves that DAMWON get to enchant with that Baron buff, push up here and try to end this game with. Full health bars for everybody on DAMWON, still hanging out. Now they've got both carries putting the damage onto the tier 3. They rotate so quickly. This team knows how to move and strike and make it count every single time. Tank lands a stun, but it's only on the Ornn, so it will not even matter. Minions continuing to push up. Here come the super minions. Baron still buffed up for another 30 seconds. Nexus turret number 1 is already gone. Here comes the Ornhorn. There goes the follow-up. Kaiwing keeping his AD carry alive as Ornn is once again stunned. Nagari soaking all the damage here in the front line, but into the back line goes Showmaker, Playmaker, Life Taker. Absolutely shredding through some health bars. Going back to the base now, and he can use the TP to immediately rejoin. It's double TP showing up. It's Nexus exposed. It's DAMWON Gaming doing what DAMWON Gaming does. Picking up a couple of freebies here on the step to the fountain, putting the last couple of auto attacks into the Nexus, and going up to a 4-0 record here in groups so far, taking their sweet damn time. Y'all who might have missed the number pop up on your screen when the Pantheon was locked in, 71% win rate so far. Niceness here between Finn and Zoom, but yeah, Inspired also left one chicken in that camp when he was counter jungling, so that timer hasn't even reset.
Yeah, tell the tale of what happened here, chicken.
It's the worst. The chicken counter jungling. Now he's gonna have to go in there, but Kanavi is trying to counter jungle the enemy red here now. He has backup from his bottom lane, and now Vander's in some trouble. The Pantheon is caught out of position, but he takes the first blood. It is a 1-for-1 trade. Kanavi dead. Not the situation.
He got his Krug camp. As you mentioned, the chicken there in the
feels bad.
In the small camp is the only thing remaining for him. And that is not even a full chicken thigh. That is not a chicken breast. That is one crumb off of a popcorn chicken piece.
Oh, it's half a chicken nugget just for some reason left in the bottom of the box. And now the dive's coming in the bottom lane. It's a 3-man dive. Goodbye, Logan. Rogue makes it happen.
Well, if you're a fan of the upsets, you are smiling ear to ear right now because the Jungle Kingdom has been enacted by Rogue. And again, it's a team game. Vander doing his part, defending that. Does hit it. got that Camille, dead and center. Meanwhile, as you're mentioning, Kanavi here does have these small camps to rely upon. Yagao threatening the dive now, and there's no ult on Finn.
There's no ult on Finn, and both of these champions have aggro drop for whoever tanks the turret first. There you go. Yagao ends up using it, but now Zoom goes in. Hextech Ultimatum will buy him enough time to get the kill, but it's a trade 1-for-1 thanks to the turret damage. So Finn is down, and Kanavi and Yagao now doing the damage onto the turret, looking to take down those plates. But what's this, Kobe? Back in the bottom lane yet again, Inspired is looking for Loken. The Jhin still has the flash, doesn't have to use it to escape this one. But now, Set is all alone underneath the turret. Here comes Larson on the Orianna. The Haymaker doing good job just to try to buy a little bit more time. Inspired takes the kill, but Loken with a deadly flourish to finish him off.
All right, honestly, cheers from the crowd for the
of Warrior being held by Inspired here. Wants to give the blue buff away to Larson. Will be able to do just that, using the smoke screen to make sure there's no steal attempt from the side of JDG. And meanwhile, back in bottom lane, it's Hans Sama just working on these plates, getting as much extra money as they can. Look at the CS difference. 73 versus 45, and now Lamau has to try to get himself away from this one, or does he? The turnaround is there, and Kanavi smacks him upside the head with the chains. That's Inspired down on the ground, and JDG tying the game up in kills 4-4.
Well, Lumao is definitely laughing his ass off right there. Nice flash, Graves. He does lock him back up, and the Dragon will go over to JDG.
JDG, happy about that one, man. It's always take over this top side of the river. You can see the Jhin traps being placed down on the ramp as the Rift Herald is secured, and we might see an attempt here from Rogue, but JDG will secure the Rift Herald. No fight here at the beginning. Yagao throwing out that parallel convergence. Orianna ulti finds its way onto the Echo, using the ulti now to reset his HP. TP comes in. JDG on the retreat, Vander down to 300 HP, looking to turn things around. Here goes the Set. Haymaker comes out, not finding the kill, and Inspired will take the one kill of the fight. So with a Rift Herald purchase here for the Graves, which I like to see considering the squishiness of the champions on the enemy team here once again, like we saw in the previous game. Kanavi stealing away the Ornn ulti here. Means the next fight could just be this massive collision between the two semi-trucks of the Ornn horns ramming into the fight, throwing everybody up in the air. Could turn into absolute madness. However, remember that there's plenty of CC on both sides too, and we know that one way to stop that Ornn horn is to interrupt him when he tries to knock it back. But Shelly is summoned up. They will be able to get bonus plate money out of this one, but here comes the Ornn. Jumping in with the Bellows Breath. TP gonna be used next. Silas in some trouble. Kanavi trying to keep himself alive. A very nice shockwave, able to find the kill, and the jungler's already down. Rogue is making the moves and making the plays, and JDG is on the run.
Who said Finn was gonna get gapped here? Finn on
also still on the table here. All plates are gone. We are past 14 minutes now, which means turrets can go down rather quickly if one team manages to out-macro the other and get everybody in position for it. Inspired's in a really bad spot here, tries to get himself away, but the collapse is coming down, and the Haymaker right upside the jaw takes him out. Here comes the Hextech Ultimatum, and now Finn's in a real bad spot, flashes over the wall, keeps himself alive, the curtain call is open, and Finn is gone. JDG have managed to find themselves 2 kills, but it's at the cost of their own mid laner. With a man advantage on the map, they go after the Drake. The enemy jungler still dead. They have the smite advantage, and they'll secure that one, no contest. But then, yeah, it didn't quite work out the way that he was expecting it to. Just got point and clicked by the Pantheon W, and that's not what he wanted to have happen. So now he's trying to escape in the 1v2 down here as Larson comes to collapse. Finn on the chase. Meanwhile, topside problems for Zoom as he gets himself away with a Hextech Ultimatum. Nice dodge avoiding the bait up there. Yagao still trying to run away. Larson continuing the chase. Parallel convergence coming down. Shockwave goes through. More damage onto Yagao. Kiting it out. How fancy are his feet? Can Yagao get away? Chrono break right back into the loving, waiting arms of the Bonk Master himself. Finn picks up a kill on Yagao, but meanwhile on the top side, it's Loken getting a kill onto Hans. Make it clean or else it turns mean. Now top side, Hans Sama putting all the auto attacks into this tier 1 turret. Should be able to pick this up no problem. And that's good, because Rogue are starting to fall behind here in terms of gold a little bit. They got to make sure that JDG doesn't start to run away with this game. JDG currently up 2,000 gold, up 2 Drakes as well. Bottom side, looking for the dive onto Finn. 3v1 is the name of the game. The Ornhorn gets coming through. There's so many damn Rams running around the bottom lane. Finn tries to survive. He will be taken down. It's Lamau grabbing the kill, but we're still doing our best. We're keeping up with it. It's 10 seconds until the next Drake spawns. This is a Mountain Soul this time around, and JDG currently have 2 Drakes already in their pocket. They're bringing in the entire squad, looking to set up here for this play. Zoom gets himself out, has to flash. Otherwise could have been caught out there, and they do not want to run into this in a 5 versus 4. Speaking of 5v4, it might be Rogue who's in that situation now. Finn runs away, but with a curtain call opened up, surely the man has no escape, and Loken puts the 4th bullet in his back. See if maybe there's some sort of an angle to find some sort of a move, but I do not think JDG will allow it. Instead, that will be 3rd Drake of the game for JDG.
Yeah, there's no way you fight.
Remember, 13 is where you get to upgrade the Sunfire Cape to the Abyssal Mask. That graph is looking pretty scary if you are a Rogue fan right now, and the gold is only continuing to grow as Zoom takes down that tier 2 in the bottom lane. Ornhorn finds the target. Bone plating is knocked off. Nice avoidance of some of the damage there with a Hextech ultimatum. Zoom still looking to get himself away, trying to find the outplay. Inspired comes down to join the mix, and it's Finn who gets the shutdown.
Now they have to worry about covering Baron here. They've got a control ward on it, so
until that Drake Soul spawns, it's Rogue with control over this bot side river. They will have priority over the pit. They're trying to look for any sort of a chance to pick off someone from JDG that could be separated from the rest of the squad. But Yagao has put himself in a flank position immediately. If he pops that parallel convergence, this could be exactly what they're looking for, but instead it's going to be Rogue starting the fight off onto Kanavi, who tries to get himself away. Vander's going to be thrown in. Aggressive Kalista ulti looking to find the damage. Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the fight, Larson's going to be in some trouble. Zoom diving in. Hextech ultimatum does what it needs to do. Double kill over to the 80 carry of JDG. Finn's on the run. Hansama's kiting around, but it will not matter. He goes down. Finn barely walking away, but the bullet in his back says no, sir. Triple kill for the Jin, ace for JDG, and doom for Rogue in this bottom side team fight.
It's just so cool to watch the clean setups from JDG too. On the timers, boom, they push top wave, they go back for the recalls, they have their control wards, teleport flank from Yagao for their 3-person flank, 3 different directions, and honestly, Rogue made the good call to try and make the initiation before the flank actually comes in from JDG. They make the effort to attack Kanavi, go hard with their crowd control, try and force something to get an early lead in the team fight before JDG's coordination actually comes to fruition. Come in, let's get into the fight as Yagao makes the threat.
Yagao looking to come in as the curtain call opens up, chasing Rogue away. Now Vander's stuck in a hard spot away from the rest of the team. Pantheon trying to keep himself alive there with the E, but he won't be able to do it. Now the Deadly Flourish comes out, not going to find the mark, but it is going to slow them down. Ornhorn goes through, but it's not going to find a whole lot here. Rogue still in trouble. Larson going to be jumped on. Yagao leading the charge as Kanavi steals away the Ornhorn, but he won't be able to find the second part of Doom. Grabbing the kill onto Larson there. Hansama going to drop, Inspire going to drop, and JDG will take down everybody on Rogue sans Finn. Now the Baron is theirs, the map is theirs, the lane is theirs. JDG can do whatever the hell they please. They have taken over Summoner's Rift.
I found it, Flowers. We're paying so much attention to the team fights and the setup and the strategy for both teams. The Orianna is a support build Orianna. He's got an Ardent Sensor over here. That's how you do 36 damage. And again, in this team fight, once Zoom got on him, it was a 2-shot on the Orianna. Again, the idea for Rogue, as we've been talking about, is to fight DG, building up for their reunion with DAMWON Gaming. They want to get another say about it. They want to fight at the top of the group.
Kanavi's going in, and we're starting off yet another fight. The Silas is in some trouble, going to be juggled around, nearly taken down. Goes back in for the heal there with the Kingslayer, and he will find it. Stays alive for now. Turns around, the curtain call's coming down, and there goes Hansama. Yagao with the kill is Inspired, barely hobbles away. They're looking to go over the wall to chase him down, but they won't be able to do it. Yagao, he found the R key this time. He finds the chrono break, he's staying alive, and JDG will continue their push. Vander is rooted up, however, he does have that shield to keep him safe. A little bit more damage onto the mid lane. Tier 3 turret takes it out. Kanavi still very low on health here, but JDG are confident moving forward. they have the advantage in terms of living players on the map. Hansam is dead for another 15.
That's a good advantage to have.
That's a big ol' advantage to have, my friend. And Rogue are in one hell of a bad spot. They're 12,000 gold down. They're trying to defend their base, but it is so impossible at this point in time as JDG will look for the win push right here. Beautiful engage from Lamau, making sure he grabs all three with a face breaker. Now they're looking to finish this one off with a shockwave, trying to hold the line. But what can Rogue do against the assault from JDG? Zoom takes the kill onto Vander. Finn tries to run away. JDG will end this game and secure their spot in the knockout stage.
Hype building for the clash at the top of the group, Captain Flowers. JDG, they've got their eyes support jungle proximity game for Canyon and Beryl to be able to link up, and they just get the Kennen once again. Now, one of the reasons why you actually see a decent amount of lane swaps is because Senna doesn't take tower plates very quickly. She has a hard time really punishing that. Yeah. So it might not be as big of a discrepancy. Plus, when you have a champion like Sion well equipped to soak up in the defense under that tower, that's one of the main reasons. So Rogue here with 3 members trying to pull it off.
Rogue looking for the dive.
After shot.
Still only a level 1 Kennen, and he is first blooded. Beryl arrives into the top lane, but it's too damn little, too damn late. TP shows up. Nagari will get himself back up here. So now we've got Kennen and Leona laning together. Beryl's going in. He's got the level 2, but Nagari's still only level 1. Beryl's in some danger now. Might have bit off a little bit more than he can chew as the his fire flies, and the flash finds the kill, but now the return kill coming out as Nagari gets Hansama. He's going to chase down Vander as well. The shield shows
Vander had his back, but then flashing forward to go for the kill. I think that's an extra expenditure of resources that is a little bit greedy. Yes, you do get the kill, but you trade it back and you spend your flash as Ashe.
Yeah. Nice ignite from Beryl, interrupting Finn's back. He can't go all the way in, because if he does, he draws too much turret aggro and dies. So he has to use the one ranged ability that's non-committal that he has, which is that ignite. Now a little bit more damage to finish off the Scion underneath the turret. Canyon will not fall to the turret aggro. And with Finn's dead body rampaging all over the minions, they'll try to just shut him down here before he farms up too much more, and that is DAMWON tying this game up.
But his CSing time doesn't dip at all. He CSs as a zombie, then teleports right back. Here's another dive.
And now we've got more plays showing up as DAMWON brings in the cavalry in the form of Showmaker to show up and try to stop this. But they're saying, all right, you want to bring in a mid laner? We'll bring in a mid laner. 4v2 underneath the turret. Vander looking to start things off here. Stuns coming through. Nagari going down. Turret shot flying out. Showmaker picking up 1. It's an even trade in the top lane.
And they call their bluff. You got a mid laner, I raise you a mid laner.
I wouldn't miss anything in the game. But now that things are different, you have to play around that fortification. You get to see all sorts of spiciness as both teams try to make moves that take advantage of these lopsided lanes. It makes the once-in-a-blue-moon time that you do see the lane swap a lot more. So at least the top laners finally get to 1v1 just in the bottom lane.
Yeah. And there are multiple layers to it, too, also, you know, the things they put in place. Here's the fight, though.
Oh, no time for layers. We got a fight breaking out as Vander's in some danger. Canyon grabs the kill into him. Larson trying to get away here with the flash. Stays, throws the bowling ball over the wall, but it won't do a whole lot as Shelly has been pulled all the way out into the river. Rogue moving in to contest this one. Finn has already joined, but now they're looking to turn things back on Nagari. Here comes the Realm Warp, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Flash away, Inspired looking to live, but Inspired's looking to die. Ghost picks up the kill as Beryl falls to Larson. Stasis goes through and Vander is kept alive, but now the ulti from Nagari looking to lock him down. They'll find the kill there. Meanwhile, Canyon gets one on the top side, gunning down Finn. It is 3 kills on the side of DAMWON Gaming.
What a
Looks like DAMWON Gaming will not be stopped from taking down this tier 1 turret here in the top side. Also looking to make a play in the bottom. Inspired drops yet again. Second death here on the Lilia. Meanwhile, back in top lane, the camera pans over when the turret falls down. 4,000 gold lead for DAMWON at 11 minutes.
And again, Showmaker just really showing off this Twisted Fate once again. Such a good pick to have when you are in lane swap scenarios, very obviously, because he's able to go turn around some of these kills. Nagari is on the chase.
Oh boy, a little bit more damage might take him out. Flashing away from the Senna ulti that would have been able to kill him. Hansama stays alive and the turnaround comes through. Nagari goes down. Showmaker's on the run. However, the Twisted Fate is still very deadly. Rogue doesn't want to chase this any further. They're afraid Larson would die in the fight, and Inspired wasn't close enough yet.
Yeah, nice punish there from Rogue. The reinforcements arriving in time. Dragon play here from Canyon. And Rogue are grouped up, but they're going for the kill. They're not going for the objective.
They're going after Showmaker. Looking for the Twisted Fate. Vander's here. He's got the Nautilus looking for the CC. Starts it off there with the ulti. Showmaker in some danger. Uses the cleanse. Tries to stay alive. He's going to be put to sleep. Here comes Inspired. There goes Inspired. There goes Showmaker. Trading back and forth all over the place. It's 3 dead on the side of Rogue. Farm has to be looking out for that economy. Bottom lane, it's Nagari and Canyon working together to take down the second turret of the game. The lead goes up to 5.
Pass through the jungle. Passes by the graves. He does not want a piece of that. Finn going hard.
Finn going in, but the flash away from Showmaker. He sidesteps a bowling ball as well, and then just steps underneath the turret. Not too worried about it, so Finn tried to go for the big play, didn't quite work out, and now Rogue might be caught yet again. Inspired tries to get away, but Barrel's also having to tank up a lot here. Goes for the solar flare. Larson is caught out. Barrel's on the front line, rooted up, not taken down. Canyon grabbing the kill, dominating with that kill on Rise. Push. He's got Shelly ready to go. They might not even need to use it here to break this tier 1. Doesn't look like they will. Last couple auto attacks will take that one down, no problem.
DAMWON just have so many tools that set themselves up for these picks in the middle of the game too. The range that we're seeing out of these possibilities is just too much.
You're talking about all the tools in DAMWON's kit, man. They got that whole fancy toolkit that you buy your dad on Christmas, and now Rogue's looking to come in and fight up against him. Inspired is taken down. Canyon goes godlike. Nagari coming in from the side. Piercing Darkness fired off. And look at all that damage. Goodbye, Finn. Goodbye, Rogue. Goodbye, hopes and dreams. DAMWON Gaming just absolutely...
You gotta keep throwing haymakers, I guess, here for Rogue. They're so far behind at this point. We're gonna keep seeing them just throwing all members at a possible pick. At this stage of the game, if you're that player, and that's kind of what Rogue gotta do at this situation. They're like, you know what? We're not winning this. Our coach was a scumbag, okay? You know, I was a child, so I'm not at fault here. The coach was a terrible influence, but that's what happened. And it honestly, it did work a couple of times where you kind of get.
They might not even need it. They're all marching down that bottom lane. Twisted Fate's up on the other end of the map, but Showmaker does have TP to join up with them. Rogue, yeah, they're going to show up here.
Oh, here we go, baby!
They're making it happen yet again. It's a 5-man Rogue entry into the fight, but now Nagari's turning it right back around. He's going to be juggled up and beaten down. Finn taking the kill, but Canyon's grabbing Legendary. There's your click, click, boom with the buckshot versus the deer. The natural counter. Bambi or not, that's the way she goes as Finn walks away. 2 dead on the side of Rogue, 1 on the side of DAMWON. They end up getting the victory yet again. But hey, Rogue is not going down easy.
Well, they may actually still be going down easy, but they're trying. They're throwing those punches.
They're not happy about it.
Could be, yes, conceded by Rogue, and they're just plotting their next realm warp.
Oh boy, where's it gonna show up? Oh, Larson still doesn't even have the cooldown. Never mind. It's been so long.
That's an easy one. I thought you were going to make it more difficult.
No, they have to win with the Baron buff still active.
Okay, okay.
Not like...
I'm still taking it.
Do they take the victory push? But yeah, the purple still has to be there when the Nexus blows up. That's the question.
So, you know, casual soul picked up.
Yep.
It happens when you have,
that.
Over a 12,000 gold lead and a Baron at your hands.
It is what it is.
What we want to see is the counterplay here. Actually, they've decided to split push there. Larson on the bottom side, he was split pushing towards that tower, goes with the recall.
Canyon is not afraid of anything here in the mid lane. Goes after Finn, and Changing Crystal Arrow comes through, but it barely misses.
The bounty,
Canyon's walking away, but the Senna ulti comes through, keeping him alive, getting himself back there. Oh, the auto attack on Lilia. The poor Lilia never stood a chance. Somebody play the Arms of an Angel music,
Watch out,
man.
Eep.
Goodbye, Lilia. Watch out, Eep. Triple kill for the Graves. Finn is alive, but he brings down the hammer and gets smacked around anyway. Quadra kill for Canyon. Hans Sama is alive. It is time for the pentakill. They're just dancing together. Everybody's just having an old disco party around here. Hans Sama denying the penta, standing back in the fountain. The timer is still active. Canyon could still get this penta if they're able to find the kill onto Hans Sama.
How bad does he
want
want
to go
it?
underneath the turret. He goes into the stasis. Canyon needs a little bit of damage to take him out. He almost gets it. Sama denies the pentakill at the 11th hour. And DAMWON, they will take the win over Rogue and go up to a...
Who actually gets the lane first. So I think in this early game, we'll keep an eye out, see what both...
30 seconds until
Do you want me to, can I finish my sentence?
No, they're grouping bot lane. Do they know? Does Lumao know?
Only Unified's been spotted out. Lumao's going to get rooted up. And there goes the first kill. PSG on the board already.
All right, that's the heal from Loken as well. He doesn't want to give a kill over towards the Kale. Meanwhile, unless Kanavi splits the map, but he's going to get spotted. And you can see that's why Loken and Lumao were trying so hard to push the bot lane so they could offer their assistance. River is going to spot this out though, but do they know that River knows?
Well, River's going to step out of the bush now, so now they definitely know that River knows because he has shown himself. Loken's rooted up, there's the light binding into the build of a Peacemaker, and Loken almost down. Kaiwing flashing forward, can't quite get the final shot. Kaiwing healed up through the Ignite, shielded as well with the Guardian. Kaiwing survives, Loken goes down, Kanavi falls. The taunt, and River knows he is green lit for the gank. Flash away from Yagao, but the stun still lands. River still on the chase here, no flash for him, but Yagao is going to the wrong side of the rift. Justice punch into a bush. Looking for some sort of way out of this one, but River and Tank can just go either sides of the wall. And Yagao will have to accept his fate. Actually trying not to give the kill over to River. Tank will take it, River still gets an assist.
But the mark was applied. That's the most important thing. So because of how extended that fight was, he was actually able to see as Hanabi still has a pretty comfortable lane freeze on the top side of the map.
I'm gonna be honest, gonna side on with the guy who's 2-0-1 on a Kindred at 6 minutes into the game here, Betty. They're gonna be very difficult to navigate in a team fight, and I like this from PSG. They get the Mountain Dragon, and we'll see what soul is gonna grace us with its presence on the Rift today, Betty.
Looks like it's an Ocean, definitely a valuable one for both teams. PSG, as you rightly said, in a good position to set up for that Ocean Soul themselves. Okay, so they're getting the push again, they will get this tower. I want to see PSG, unfortunately, this Grom camp does get smited away from him. We may see a fight here though. At this point in the game, they're feeling pretty confident. They have a lot of their core items completed. But JDG, they want to answer back. They're going to use the Rift Tower on mid to create that point of pressure. And it looks like they're actually just going to go for the trade.
It's going to be an Ocean Dragon, third Dragon of the game for PSG.
A single Rift Herald. So PSG, in terms of the objective front, have been very dedicated to keeping them protected and alive. And they're doing a good job, and this will be the first tower of the game. It looks like JDG now finally going to break some of these outer towers. Yeah,
Zoom in such a good position against Hanabi in the side lane. Hanabi's chased off by River, looking for the stacks. River almost kills out the enemy jungler. Shield from Lumao.
In the fight, I like the way in which PSG are playing this patiently. They don't have control over bot, but the Drake is spawning in 5 seconds. This could be do or die for JDG.
Control ward in the back of the pit has been cleansed away by Unified, and now PSG are fighting for the Ocean Dragon. They'll start it up. Yagao, Lumao on the front line, trying to step forward into the PSG team, but here comes the call of the Forge God, and there goes Loken, flash forward from Tank. Loken flashes away to try and survive, but the Ocean Dragon has to be the target here for PSG. Kanavi in the pit, doesn't get it, secured by PSG, and now Kanavi will pay for his sacrifice with his life. PSG can turn straight over towards the JDG, a spot in first. DAMWON Gaming would secure it, PSG would get their first win of the tournament, but Yagao is trying to say something else about it. Zoom stepping forward, is a flame, is a Risen, looking for the damage here on the Kale, and Hanabi goes in, but there is the Nasher secured. Taken by River, but the engage with the taunt. River pops a Lamb's Respite, first time we've seen that this game, but it works out so well for him. Yagao steps out of it and immediately is popped. Zoom chased away, PSG all gonna get out alive. Loken trying to have something to say about it. He dashes forward, looking for the damage with Mystic Shots, but the ace in the hole to turn around. By Zoom! Loken has to jump across the wall, but he's done for as well! PSG with an incredible fight around the Baron, turn it back around on JDG. Lumao PSG are just waiting for this next wave before they should be able to crack this tier 2 in bot.
Still have the Baron for another 30 seconds. Let's see if they can actually break into the base of JDG. They have a wave pushing in mid, they've got the wave on bot with Caitlyn on all the traps. The sieging power of PSG is very strong. Sun comes through.
Kanavi still in the mid lane, looking for that Ornn TP, seeing if he has to join the fray. Ace in the hole, popped on Kanavi, and he's forced down to half HP. The wave, quite a way away, but you can see River's actually going to catch it and speed up those minions. Baron about to expire. They're trying to get those minions towards this bot lane tower as soon as possible. Baron buff falls off, but the wave is here, and it's a cannon. As PSG once again start to chunk out this inhibitor tower. Knockup's going to land onto Zoom. River jumping in, but they just want the turret to start it off. Lots of damage onto River. Zoom forced away as well. There's the Lamb's Respite to keep the Kindred alive. Divine Judgment coming out from Zoon. Here's the hero's entrance, and you can see the re-engagement. Unified's already taken 2. PSG find another in the fight. Kanavi forced away. Unified's on the chase. That's a triple, and he's looking for his Penta. Loken and Lumao forced underneath the Nexus towers. The inhibitor will fall. No wave in the mid lane yet for PSG.
Tank is looking to reset. He's going to TP back in. I think PSG is going to look to end the game right now, Medic. 30-second death time as JDG have got nothing left.
Loken and Lumao have to do something absolutely miraculous to hold on to this game, but PSG are having none of it. They take the Nexus towers, and in an absolute shellacking, 11 kills to 1, PSG claim their first win at Worlds 2020.
A well-deserved win. Sleep out and then use that as an opportunity to actually start the fight. But outside of that,
Leon, as Larson gets chunked out once again. Just dodging around with the phase rush. Both mid laners running it, very speedy, and of course with so many skill shots being thrown out, that little bit extra movement speed you can get can really affect the way a trade goes.
Tank doing a really good job. Remember that he did in fact solo kill Showmaker earlier in the day. Now we see Finn. He did get the tower aggro.
Yeah, takes it. Hanabi's going to fall. Finn flashes away. One more shot will hit him, but he just survives. River dives in. And a shotgun to the back of the Aurelia is the first kill for PSG.
So a bit of an execution error there for Rogue.
PSG know where he is. River's going to be able to secure the first dragon of the game. And once again, it's a relatively early Drake here, Vedius, for PSG. 7 minutes on the clock.
Certainly is the case. You can see that mid lane discrepancy really starting to build. Larson coming up to the top river to assist his jungler. Means he's going to fall even further behind to be able to secure that objective. They're at the hook.
Oh, there is the hook, and there goes Hans Summer. PSG just waiting in a bush, lying in wait, and they strike on Hans.
And there's the action that we were waiting for. Really good pick coming out from PSG. You know, we've already highlighted Tank, but I think he continues to have dominant performance on this Syndra, and I'm going to continue watching him throughout the rest of this game because 12 minutes in, 120 farm, very close to completing that. What is likely to be Luden's Echo first item. And yeah, PSG continuing to look dominant as they secure their second Drake of the game.
Match that in the bottom lane. Proxy farming, cosplaying is singed just a little bit. But he should just be able to get back to this wave. And Finn maybe overstayed a little bit here, perhaps thinking that Hanabi had left. Tempor's going to come out. Finn dodges away with a Blade Surge, and now he's going to try and turn it back on the Ornn. Dives in, and there's Glacial Fissure as well, but there's already 4 members of PSG here, and they try and turn it back around. Finn already down. PSG collapse in the bottom lane.
Definitely a greedy play there from Finn that is rightly punished from PSG.
Will be able to secure it even without using his smite.
Inspired going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of the map. And a bit of a cross map as Unified will secure his team, rather, the first time they can generate. PSG is kind of dancing around the objective. The more gold that can be funneled to him and they can get an objective. But PSG do the right thing here. They don't waste time going for that objective. They recognize that Larson's top. They know that Finn is bot, so they can actually generate numbers advantage in mid and take that objective and then answer the rest of the map. So good response from PSG. Rogue, the bright side for them is they are going to get a tower of their own as they take down the tier 2 in top lane.
Yeah, a little bit more gold going over to Larson. You can see 5.5 Dragon has been started up by Rogue. We'll draw attention to the fact there's Mikhail's on the Thresh, and here the fight really begins as Hanabi's going to teleport in. PSG looking for the Dragon. Rogue being forced away, and River to try and burst this one down. Ultimate comes out from the Abadios. Reset on the Dragon, secured by Unified, third of the game for PSG. And Rogue just...
They were completely denied, so of course, PSG, after taking the Drake and then moving into mid lane, they have easy access to this tier 3, and kind of Rogue is being run around the map right now.
Gold lead for PSG, and they are looking to end their Worlds run on a...
Of course, usually in the runes, you'll run a lot of tenacity to try and mitigate some of that, but either way, Finn, it's going to be a difficult fight for him as now he's looking for a kill into Hanabi.
Teleport coming in, Vanguard's Edge is going to connect. The call to the Forge God comes out, but Hanabi, I'm not sure who you're praying to right now as Rogue try and collapse in the bottom lane. Hanabi's dead, River tried to join the fray, but couldn't get in there in time.
So, Rogue will finally find a pick. That kill will go down to Finn, and this is definitely a bit of relief on the side of Rogue as they look for an engage, but good sidestep from Kaiwing. Disengages, now he looks for the hook.
And misses it just across the wall. Severum when it comes to taking objectives, looks for things like Infernum, Calibrum when it comes to taking fights. I mean, Crescendum, the Chakrams, is always going to be powerful against Rogue's team because you've said it a few times, Vedius. You have to go in. The sleep's going to land here onto River, though. Kaiwing looking for the hook, flash away, but there's the stun with the concussive blows. The last embrace going to come out as well, and the shutdown goes over to River. A little bit too greedy as he stepped into...
The right side is Aurelia is going to try and dive on top, and then the shockwave to follow. PSG are actually poised and ready to fight. The Molten Edge upgrade has come for Unified. River, Kaiwing, Unified, all sitting on the flank for clans.
See Vander already called out, he's going to put up the Unbreakable, Dawning Shadow used as well. There's the knockup from the Call of the Forge God. Tank, look at the flank position as Hanabi dives in onto Vander. Vander's still alive somehow, but here goes Tank! Unleash power straight into the base of Finn, and Tank is one, and there's a second, Finn's down! Inspired goes Gordon, but he cannot stop this fight! PSG with 4 in the mid lane!
Beautiful execution from PSG as they just collapse onto
PSG with a perfect fight in the mid lane. Can't translate it to an inhibitor, but can translate it into a Baron. 27.5 minutes in, PSG will take the Baron buff, will take a 4,000 gold advantage and have 30 seconds. Lots of damage from the Inferno. Moonlight Vigil coming out. Hans Summer was tagged with it, and the Dragon goes down. The Mountain secured, hit by PSG, and they're still looking for the fight. Hook onto Finn once again. Kaiwing down towards the bottom side is doing so much work. Lanterns in his teammate as well. Finn's going to try and trade onto Unified, but he can't win against the Aphelios. No one has died as of yet, but Rogue have definitely lost this fight. Finn trying to heal up off the Krugs, and PSG are still on the chase. Hanabi has the Call of the Forge God. Finn has nowhere to go. He's going to try and TP out the Calibrum. Not there, the Inferno. He gets the kill. Unified will take him. And now Rogue are being collapsed on. The Shockwave does absolutely zilch. And now Vander will fall. Call of the Forge God eaten up by the shield. But Vander pays for it with his life.
PSG secure themselves the Mountain Soul. They're going to TP in. They're looking to continue the chase.
On Summer, the Unleashed Power not enough, but the scattering of the weak, and it's Rogue who are the weak in this game. PSG still have the Baron for 1 minute 10 seconds, but yes, they could look to close.
They're looking to break into the base, and Rogue have just crumbled. They could not find any good fight, and PSG have only continued to scale up. Excellent execution in every single fight, and Rogue looking to go 0-3 on the day, whereas some redemption as PSG and Rogue close out Worlds 2020.
And what a performance it was from PSG. Some may have said their win against JDG was a one-off, was a fluke, was a surprise to be sure, but they show in this game against Rogue that it was no mistake. PSG now on the Nexus Towers. The first falls, there's a cannon and a couple of minions to guide in this wave. And the second Nexus Tower is the target. Hanabi on the front line. You can see the damage coming out. Kaiwing looking for a hook, can't quite find it yet. Finn's gonna dive in, Rivet low. But there is the crescendo from Unified. And you cannot face an Aphelios when he has his chakrams available. The Shockwave coming out, Unified still heals up. Tank goes on a killing spree. And PSG, they're playing with their food just a little bit as Rogue falls back to the fountain. The Nexus Tower will fall to the cannons.
PSG continuing the siege, though, even with low health members. The Nexus is exposed. They're looking to end it here.
Moonlight Vigil goes wide, but PSG will have a swan song in this game. The Nexus falls. PSG take down Rogue.
A great end for PSG. Danger, he can then be pulled out, and then he can be thrown back in again to act as another engage tool. So you then have the Galio follow-up.
And he's not in a good position here. Hookshot Wall Dive will be able to catch him out if Zoom uses it. There's the face breaker, but the damage is coming down onto Noguri. He's got the Haymaker, he's going to use it for the shield, but Yagao's on his way up, and Canyon's trying to turn this around. Noguri has to flash into the Tri-Bush, but Zoom will jump in and get the kill. Stun coming out, there's the taunt flashed away by Kanavi.
Wave is in a very awkward spot for Zoom. So even though Noguri does die, he's actually going to be a huge benefactor off the back of this, and I like the response. Zoom actually TP'd into the mid lane, now they're looking for a play.
Oh, he stops the Justice Punch with a hookshot wall dive, and Showmaker, no flash, used it in the last fight, and the sweep will get the kill. Camille is 2-1-0 at 4 minutes. Things on the way, there's a minion wave though to block up here. Stun card available for Yagao, they turn it back around, Showmaker's dead again. Literally TP'd right back into his own demise.
Yes, he did, and that's only going to bring more disaster into the mid lane. Showmaker is crumbling as JDG get their 3rd kill of the game. And one of the scariest things about late game misfortune. And yeah, I think that JDG have so many late game tools that DAMWON have to be really careful of. And the fact that they've already fallen behind in this early game, I think one of their game plans was to try and mitigate some of the early playmaking that Yagao wanted to make. And then kind of try and force plays around the bot side of the map, maybe look for dives. Once they're going to drop the Herald, they're going to crack open what looks to be the first tower of the game. And they're going to funnel this gold onto Noguri. They're going to put a little bit more faith in him, and Canyon's also going to claim some gold, but also they're going to bring this very extended lane to Zoom. Now, there is the risk that Zoom could freeze this. So I actually want to see these 3-0, or 3-1, rather, I should correct myself. Hasn't resulted in a huge amount in terms of early game snowballing. DAMWON have done a pretty good job of not being punished on the cross map. And now they're actually looking to continue some of their aggression as they look to invade the bot side.
And we haven't really seen the roaming out of JDG that perhaps we would have done as Bell dives in here onto Lumao. Collateral damage will chase him through the magical journey. And DAMWON Gaming get their second.
And they're able to quickly gain something back. Now, JDG on the offensive.
They're all diving in onto Noguri. Teleport's going to come out as Showmaker wants to join the fray. There's 3 players up here, but Noguri's just killing Zoom. The Hextech ultimatum comes down. Noguri still gets the shutdown. In the end, Kanavi will join up with Yagao. The sleep's going to land onto this Galio. Yagao waiting for the Suncast to come out. It's a double for Kanavi. But Noguri showing in the 1v1, or in the 3v1, he can still win out.
Yeah, that's why you pick the set into the Camille. Thing to do. Of course, the only other thing DAMWON could have considered is a potential cross-mat dive into the bot lane. Which, you know, Showmaker's ultimate could have been used for, but ends up not happening. Either way, as we were saying, gold's still very even. Slight advantage for JDG. Looks like JDG's looking for a pick.
Beryl does have his ultimate. There's the bullet time. Beryl's dead. He doesn't even pop his up, but the teleport comes in behind them as Noguri wants a little piece of this action. Temper Fate's going to stop him in his tracks. Hero's entrance coming out. Noguri dive bombed on, but Zoom is able to escape from the bottom side. There's a lilting lullaby. Here comes Yagao from the top. Ghost trying to trade onto him, but already Canyon is dead. Down towards the bottom side, the showstopper's used onto Loken, but Noguri is caught out in 3 members of JDG. And Noguri, you're not going to win this one this time. Double kill for Yagao. Zoom takes another.
And that ends up being 4 kills going over to JDG. Beryl just... And they are the first team in this tournament to really push down to this level.
Showmaker's going to pop the taunt. Destiny has been used by Yagao as well. Canyon forced down towards the bottom side. Yagao actually fighting Noguri here. There's no wave at the tower, so Noguri's actually just going to look for the straight-up dive. Doesn't have the showstopper. Has the Haymaker, turns it around. True damage not quite connecting. Kanavi up towards the top side is being fought by Showmaker, but here comes Loken with the damage. Beryl forced up towards the top of the fight, and he will land the knock-up, but he won't do much more. It's a double for Zoom, 6-2-2 on this Camille. Getting, you know, a lot of kills. He's massive, this Camille, but also the other people are picking up these kills. You can see Yagao now, 2-0-3, Lichbane, Rod of Ages stacking up. A single kill on Loka means he's got his Essence Reave, and it looks like Infinity Edge will be next. You've also got Kanavi, who's finished his Runic Echoes, and the Liandry's. Like, everyone on JDG is so much more scary, and you don't only have to think about Zoom.
It's very true. For DAMWON, they're first on the objective. They're going to burst this one out very quickly. JDG, they don't look like that they're going for a fight right now. A couple ultimates still not available.
Match that record by taking the second mid turret against DAMWON. Ghost trying to force them back with a little bit of damage on Zoom, but you can see where the wave state is here, Vedius. It looks like both of them are pushing for JDG.
It's a bit awkward for JDG because, like, I'm pretty sure bot lane is slow pushing in their favor, which means, like, a lot of farm is just slowly going to waste. Even on the top lane, I think the same thing is happening. So ideally what JDG want is for DAMWON to go and catch these waves, but there's no real need for them now. So JDG have to push them out, which is why we can see Yagao actually going top and Lumao getting picked off.
Yeah, Beryl just jumps straight in. Noguri's going to take the kill. Here's the hero's entrance. Loken uses the heal to get the movement speed to get the hell out of there because he wanted none of that swell seed. Dodge just goes wide. Here's the Destiny coming in from Yagao as well, and Zoom tries to dive in. The bullet time comes out, but the shutdown goes over to Ghost. Beryl doing a lot of work on the front line. The sleep's going to land only onto one. Noguri will fall, but JDG only able to get a 1-for-1 trade so far. 1-for-2, sorry. Ghost flashes the wall and will just about escape me down towards the bottom of this Showmaker.
Get that initial pick onto Lumao, and they realized, hey, this actually could be a good opportunity for us to get the re-engage. Now, of course, they end up losing 2 members off that because Zoom overcommits and gets himself in a very awkward position. And they don't actually convert it into a huge amount off the back of it, but now they may be looking for a pick onto Noguri.
Yeah, Noguri is all on lonesome here. He's going to pop the showstopper, counter TP coming out. Zoom's going to have to flash the wall, but Yagao has the stun card locked in. There's the exhaust onto the set. The Haymaker coming out, the Temper Fate into a 4-man taunt. Beryl's on his way as well. Noguri gets Zoom, and now this could be an incredible fight with DAMWON as Ghost is off towards the top side fighting against Kanavi. Showmaker quite low. Loken trying to do the damage that he can. The bullet time coming out. Hits Beryl. Hero's entrance now going to dive bomb back onto Noguri. Kanavi off towards the top of this fight. Isn't able to get in, but Canyon snuck behind them. Canyon is here, and he is darn angry. Collateral damage goes in. The bait's call lands Beryl on the back line, and he gets the shutdown onto Kanavi, and this is an incredible fight for DAMWON game. Seeker's arm guard Zonya's, but doesn't have it yet, and Beryl is looking for that engage opportunity. What else have we got up? Only Noguri's. Only the showstopper, and Zoom is looking for the fight on the back line. Showmaker already down. Beryl forced away the Baron. Down to 2,000 HP. There's no jungler in the pit here with DAMWON. It just needs Canyon to secure it. Ghost will take it. Yagao dodges away from the face breaker, goes back in with the stun card, but the showstopper knocks him against the wall and keeps Ghost alive for the moment. Noguri's going to sacrifice himself as he dives onto Yagao. Can't quite get there, and Zoom will take another 3 Barons down for DAMWON.
Wow. Okay, so DAMWON realize they have to commit to this objective. They know they can secure it with Callista and like just very well played, beautifully done. And now DAMWON with the Baron buff, a little bit more gold under their belt. Yes, they're definitely still weaker, but items have started to come through. Look, Set working on his 3rd item. Like
Haymaker shield, does he not manage to get the damage mitigation from that? Showmaker is now looking for the flank position. Beryl going in. That's a Righteous Glory on. The Alistair is going to be able to find the engage, but only onto Yagao. There's the taunt. Tempered Fate lands on 2, and Yagao able to dodge just to the side of it. Lumao placed that perfectly. Base Cool's going to pull back Beryl, and they are wanting to get out of this fight. But with the Destiny, Yagao's actually going to reposition into the mid lane, and there's a TP flank here coming out from Zoom. Has the Hex Ultimatum, has the engage, dives in, 3-man stun, there's the Hex Ultimatum, and Ghost is done for. The bullet time rips DAMWON Gaming to absolute shreds. Beryl will fall as well, and JDG find a perfect flank in the mid lane.
What looks like a great engage from DAMWON. The way JDG still walk away as the victors off the back of that fight. The TF ultimate combined with the TP from Zoom. Zoom getting a 3-man stun off, like, everything just came together for JDG off the back of that, and now that Baron has done nothing to help Tool to fight. DAMWON still have ways to get back into this game, but it's going to be hard. Feels like JDG do have the scaling advantage, and DAMWON need to try and prevent JDG from getting these optimal fights. They're flanking around, they're looking for a collapse. On to Yagao, and I think they're going to find it.
Face check straight into him. Bell's going to knock him away, and actually that gives Yagao a moment. It's going to lock the stun card. Flashes away from the collateral damage, and the flash chases in. Beryl flashing, igniting, because he knocked Yagao away at the start.
Yeah, not ideal there for DAMWON Gaming, but they from Yagao unavailable, so they will have to face check this.
Lumao does have the Tempered Fate. Beryl looking for the flank. The Hex flash across the wall is going to be incredible. The bullet time stopped immediately. Loken goes golden, but can JDG fight back from their AD carry just being deleted? Lumao tries to dive into the front line. There's a showstopper from Noguri. Kanavi uses his stopwatch as well, but Zoom has killed Ghost. Now Yagao opening up with the blue cards, trying to get the damage down. Kanavi's going to fall. Yagao fighting off in a 2v1, has to use a stopwatch of his own. Zoom trying to act as the body man, act as a bouncer. Yagao has a blue locked in once again, and now it's Zoom v3. The GA will bring him back, but immediately he's going to get sent straight packing for the fountain. He turns it back around. He kills Canyon. The jungle is down. And JDG Zoom may have just saved the game for his team.
What an cloud, so they'll open up the Elder Drake, and DAMWON saying, it doesn't matter what kind of deficit we're at, we will fight our way back into this game, and what a fight that was.
As we said earlier, Vedius, Cloud Soul still impactful, still important, but nowhere, well, not always as powerful as a Baron. Killing off Canyon by Zoom at the end of this fight.
Of the base of DAMWON, this could be the last line of defense as JDG now gather to try and get a victory over the undefeated DAMWON.
It is the first time at Worlds 2020 that DAMWON have lost an inhibitor tower. It is the first time they have lost an inhibitor. And for JDG, they are looking for their first win.
Try and match, but because of how strong Zoom is, it feels like that he's going to be difficult to deal with regardless if we get sent into him. But instead, JDG, they're just staying grouped. They're not leveraging the teleport for the time being. Instead, they're focused on trying to find a potential pick, maybe a fight.
Showmaker on the wrong side of the wall. Noguri down towards the bottom side of this. Zoom diving in. Showmaker's going to flash away. Now Canyon opens up onto Zoom. There's the bullet time. Double stopwatch used by Canyon and Showmaker. Noguri, though, going in with the showstoppers. The rest of his team is not there, but the hero's entrance is a little bit too late. Showmaker dive bombs into the middle of JDG. The ignite goes down as Beryl will be the first to fall. Showmaker follows shortly after. And JDG, they welcome DAMWON with open arms. They said, dive into us as much as you want. We'll take your lives. We'll take your Nexus. And we will take the first win over DAMWON Gaming at Worlds 2020. Gods can bleed, and JDG showed us that today as they will defeat DAMWON Gaming in the final game of Group B.